Make sure you stick around until the end to see how you can win free gear and products. Hey, this is PJ with CLK Supplies, and I have a fun, quick, helpful fact that I want to give you for your Framin 2 code machine. Now in previous videos, I've really tried to make the case for the Framin 2 code machine that it's going to actually help you become better at your job. And I'm back at it again because I want to give you something that if you own one of these machines or if you're looking at getting one, that's just really helpful, and I really hope that you find this little tip beneficial. And it has to do with part numbers, right? And it's like, how does part numbers help me? Well, let me show you. Now when it comes to the cutter wheels for the Framin 2, right? When you buy it and you open it up, it's gonna come with the FC8445 cutter wheel, which is kind of like the universal standard cutter wheel. As a matter of fact, in the Framin 2 Space in Depth book, if it doesn't tell you differently, then you just use the standard cutter wheel, right? But the thing is when do you need to use something different? You know, what does all that mean? And so this is a fun little fact for you. So Framin is what they did is with the 8445, that actually means something. It's just not like a made up part number. And it's what that means here is the first two numbers, okay? So these first two numbers right here is actually the angle or the degree of the cut. And the second two numbers, right, the 4-5 in this case, is actually the width or the root of the cut, right? So the 8-4, that's 84 degree cut, and the 4-5 is, it's actually a 0.045 is actually the width or the root of the cut, okay? And that's kind of like a universal, it fits just about everything. But, you know, once again, by knowing this information, it's going to help you know what you need to do if you run into problems, right? Or you encounter weird situations. Now, so what I did here, I listed 3 other real popular cutter wheels because I think it's just kind of fun to go over really quick. So here we go. So for the SFIC, like A2, the A2 system, right? The cutter wheel part number is a 9054. Well, the 90 is the degree and 54 is the actual width or the root of that cut. Going down here, Kwikset, that cutter wheel part number is a 9090. And lastly, Schlage, 131 for the part number. The 100 is going to be the degree of the angle, and 31 is going to be the root or the width of the cut, right? So now, why does this really matter, right? When there's a universal cutter wheel. Well, as you can see here, if you look at these numbers, like 84, then there's 90, 90, 100, or 45, 54, 90, 31, right? There is some difference, right? And it's kind of like a lot of things, right? Like the standard cutter is good for a lot of things, but not necessarily everything. And kind of what goes with that, once again, is the simple fact that, like, if you're going to be cutting a lot of Schlage keys or a lot of Kwikset keys or a lot of SFIC keys, it's good just to get the cutter that makes it perfect. Now, can you widen the angles when you need to? Yes, right? You can do all of those things. And that's what makes it great. But it's really good to kind of understand this information. I just want to give you one random example here, okay, of why this can help you with troubleshooting. It can help you with different issues, okay? So I'm gonna give you one example. So I wanna talk about Kwikset, okay? Now, if you're familiar with what a Kwikset bottom pin looks like, now, I'm no artist, so hang with me here. A Kwikset bottom pin looks essentially like this, okay? It's pretty much flat on both sides. It looks really close to almost like just a top pin. Now, a universal bottom pin, or even like a Schlage bottom pin, it's going to look like this. Okay? Now, why this is important is the root or the width of the base of the cut. Okay? Now, on like a Kwikset key, if you ever find yourself in a situation where one lock, the key goes in and turns, and the other one, it doesn't, one of the issues possibly is that one of the locks has universal type pins in it, and another one has the Kwikset OEM type pins in it. So in other words, like if the root of the key that was cut, the angle of it was kind of like this, okay, it's not going to turn, it's going to go up higher because it's not sitting there. But on a universal type pin, it's still going to have enough room in it, okay? And I apologize once again for the terrible drawing here. Definitely not my strong suit. But I really hope you get the point, okay? Because if you understand this, it's going to help you if when you start trying to troubleshoot or decide what cutter you need to do, or understand maybe why the key's not working properly, right? You mic it, it works perfectly fine, but it's not turning in the lock. Well, it could be the root or the width base of the cut. Or you could not be using the right wheel, and the MACS, right, the max adjacent cut specification when doing master keying systems and how you cut the keys. If you're starting to cut them and they're not cutting properly, it's taking off more material or leaving extra on. All of those issues can be directly related to the cutter wheel being used. So although this is a frame in 2 video about the part numbers and how that works, the bigger picture here is, once again, using the part numbers really helps you understand what the angles and the width of the cuts that you're putting in on the key. So I really hope this information was helpful. Please let me know any questions or what you think of this in the comments below. Really quick, just to recap, the first 2 digits are always going to be the actual angle, the degree of the cut, and the second 2 are always going to be the root or the base. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm guessing if you just watched this video that you work with locks and keys. And to us here at CLK Supplies, that makes you a lock boss. And we want to hook you up. Here's how it works. Throughout the week, we post videos on YouTube, like the one you just watched. And all you need to do is comment on the videos and include the hashtag LockBoss. When you do this, you're automatically entered in to win one of 5 free prizes that we give out each and every week. No purchase necessary. So if you're a lock boss, join us each week to learn, grow, and win.